Hello and welcome to this Knowledge Center interview here at Itron Utility Week 2018. My name is Adam Malik. I'm joined now by Kevin Egan, who's the Regional Sales Manager for Energy and Telecom at Panasonic. Kevin, welcome. Thanks for making the time. One of the questions I want to say to you is that I know that Panasonic and Itron have been working together for quite some time. What is it that Panasonic do that is so important for that utility sector? I mean, you've got a nice prop here. I don't know whether the camera is picking it up, so that's a little bit of a clue. But let me put it over to you, and you can say it in your own words because you live this stuff and you work with utilities a lot.
Panasonic and Itron work together really well because the portfolio of Panasonic closely aligns with the needs of Itron customers and the utility industry as a whole. The ability to have your existing applications run on equipment with the latest Windows and Android platforms is a real benefit to Itron customers.
Is the need for having those devices in the field increasing? Because it feels like there's so much more intelligence, there's so much more technology at the edge. I would imagine that these field workers need to have more and more devices, and sometimes they work in some pretty extreme conditions. I mean, just looking at this laptop, I mean, I feel like I could throw it across the room, it'd probably still work, right?
Right, they do. Panasonic products are designed and purpose-built for the mobile worker, in this case, utility industry, right? They're designed to work in all kinds of conditions, extreme temperatures, hot and cold, rain, snow, vibration, impact, dirt, mud, those types of things. And we introduced what we call our 2-in-1 device a few years ago, and I brought that product with me, and it's a nice way for that utility worker. They'll drive out to that job site in their vehicle, and traditionally they had to leave that computer in their vehicle, go out to the job site, and do what they had to do their work. Now they can take this tablet with them, take pictures, look up information, download information, locate power lines, locate underground lines, do that work, go back to their truck, and then reattach this back to the keyboard, and go on with their work, go on to their next job site.
And is that then connected back to the?
It is.
Right.
It is. All of our devices have the ability to have an LTE module in there, so you can connect the internet, and so all the data is real time.
And what are you seeing in terms of, the field service requirements as well? Because the other part of it is the health and safety of the field worker as well. And how do you guys sort of play within that side of things?
It's really important, as we talked about, designing that device to be used in the field. Reliability and uptime is of paramount importance. You don't want when the service is down on a Sunday morning at 3 o'clock, 50 miles from that distribution center, you want that computer to work. I was talking to you earlier about an opportunity. I was at a customer site a year and a half ago, and we were doing a customer event. Nice day, beautiful day. We were under a canopy. Within 10 minutes, storm blew up, blew the canopy off, and all of our computers were drenched. They were all wet. And people came out and they were sorry that the computers were ruined. I said, don't worry about it. They're tough books, wiped them off, and they continue to work. They're still working today. So reliability and uptime in this industry is particularly important.
And again, I'm just conscious that we have got a short time here and we want to put the message across, but one of the other things that you were saying to me off air is about how you can then also do the maintenance and turn that around pretty quickly, right?
Correct, yeah. I mean, although our devices are built to be used in the field and they are rugged, they do break. Things do happen. Yeah. And we have a national service center in Kansas City for our laptops and our tablets, and we have another service center in Kansas City, or in Memphis for our handhelds. We can turn those devices within 85% of the time. We turn them around within a week. So customers really don't have to have spares equipment. They can rely on us to make sure their fleet is up and running at all times.
And that helps them because, like you said, they don't have to have 20 of these for one or whatever it is.
Correct.
And just finally, when you're looking at it and you're looking at the sort of future trends in terms of the devices, is there any sort of other things that you're seeing other than the requirements for it being rugged and connected? Are there other things that you guys are working on in terms of field devices we're putting out there?
Well, from an Itron perspective, when I've been with Itron, I've been working with Itron for about a year, and it was my understanding, traditionally, Itron and Panasonic only looked at a few products together, but what I'm finding is our portfolio has expanded so much over the last few years. There is genuine interest from Itron customers across the whole product line. We like that trend, and we expect that trend to continue.
Just the final piece is like, how long do these things last?
Well, it's a good question. I had a couple customers come up to me yesterday and say, I've had that Panasonic Topo in the field for 14 years. I said, well, that's great to hear, but if you're selling it, that's not really good to hear, because I may never see them. Once I make that sale, I may never see that customer again. But it's really good from a cost-benefit analysis for the customer to buy something they know is going to last.
But I would imagine you can give them like service agreements and things like that. Those other ways,
absolutely,
right? Okay.
Absolutely.
Kevin, on that note, we'll leave it. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. Thanks for talking to us, and thank you as well for watching this solutions video here on the Knowledge Center at Itron Utility Week.